Hello there, welcome to Innie's Kitchen. Today I'll be showing you how to make the perfect, delicious and authentic red velvet cake. Please stay tuned and I'll be right back. Welcome back. First of all, let me take you through the ingredients we'll be using. These are relatively simple ingredients. You have sugar, you have eggs, you have buttermilk, you have your cocoa powder. Please note you can't skip cocoa powder in red velvet cake. Then of course you have your vegetable oil, vanilla flavor. Then I have a twist to my red velvet cake, corn flour. Then of course our red food coloring. So here we have all-purpose flour, but I'm going for a melt in your mouth kind of red velvet cake. So what I'm going to do is make my own cake flour. How will I achieve this? By taking out, I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to take out 4 tablespoons of flour, of the all-purpose flour, and then replace it with 4 tablespoons of the corn flour, and there you have it. You have cake flour. So the next thing we are going to do after this is we are going to, of course, this is our leavening agent: baking powder, baking soda, and of course some salt for the cake. We're going to whisk our eggs and our sugar together. Make sure you scrape the sides and bottom of your bowl. Then we're going to slowly introduce our vegetable oil to this mixture. So now this is the foundation of your cake, and it's important you get this right so that you can get a very nice, delicious and soft cake. So as you can see, it has more like a mayonnaise kind of consistency. So once that is done, it's time to alternate your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients. Why do you alternate your wet and dry ingredients? Is so that you can get like an even mixture and you don't have lumps in your cake. So of course I'm adding our buttermilk. Then I'll introduce our leavening agent, which is our baking powder, baking soda, and I added some salt for the cake. You know, this is an oil-based cake, so you have to add salt. Then we are adding the remaining part of our dry ingredients. Please note that all of this will be listed in the description box with their measurements, so you can check that out, please. Now it's time to add our cocoa powder. A lot of people shy away from adding cocoa powder to red velvet cake because of past experiences. I have had that too, where you have brown cakes instead of red cakes. So it has happened to so many of us. But with this recipe, trust me, those nightmares are over. Those days are over. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Yes, very important to add white vinegar to your cake. Then of course we're going to add our red food coloring, which will give us that red velvet look. Please note that cocoa powder you added and the red food coloring is what gives this cake that rich red color, you know, that is so synonymous with red velvet cake. So you can't skip the cocoa powder. And the cocoa powder and the red velvet cake is supposed to have a hint of cocoa powder when you taste it. That's the original recipe. So make sure you evenly mix the cake. You don't want any part to be lighter than the other. Then I just added about half a cup of warm water, and there you have it, your red velvet cake. It's a really easy and simple recipe. It's not so complicated once you know you have your ingredients and all. Just take a look at it, how soft looking, luscious, silky, decadent looking this cake batter is. And trust me, this is a delicious cake. The recipe is sure to give you that very nice looking and delicious red velvet cake. So bake this for 30 to 40 minutes, and there you have it. Please don't look at that hole that is poked in the middle of the cake. I think I used a fork instead of a skewer the time I tried checking it, and that's why we have that funny looking hole there. So you can see immediately I opened the cake, this is not a brown cake. You can see how red it is and how soft and how succulent. See how soft that cake is. So I'm going to be showing you so you can take a closer look. You can see how red it is. This cake is really simple, so there's really nothing to be afraid of. or skeptical about when making your red velvet cake, please, if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. And if you're subscribed, please do like this video. It really helps my channel. Bye.